Do you have oily and blemish-prone skin and feel like you have just no idea of what products or ingredients to choose? Well, stick around because I've got a framework to share that could change on how you view your skincare routine and get your skin on track. What's up guys, it's Kevin here. I know how frustrating it is to have oily and blemish-prone skin. It's really not the best. And you feel like it's so confusing to find and research a routine or structure to treat your skin. For me, I also have oily and blemish-prone skin, and I've been doing skincare for like 16 years now. That's a really long time. Since I was 14, 30 now, and along the way, I picked up many things that I think actually helped my skin throughout the journey. Like some things that work specifically for the blemishes, for my blackheads, my whiteheads, and also the acne, and also things that help to make my skin just more refined. I think these are things that no one actually tells you. You just have to learn on the go throughout your whole journey. And I want to share with you now a framework or a skincare routine that you can apply and choose the right ingredients to help you combat your oily and blemished skin issues. The focus is going to be on the ingredients and when to use them. Alright, let's start. The first thing is going to be the cleanser, step number 1. And to me, this is the most important thing. Like if you are not going to do any other skincare routine like a toner or even a moisturizer, at least you must cleanse your face twice a day. In the morning when you wake up and at night before you go to sleep. And also, what no one actually even advocates is I think you must cleanse your face even in the midday. If you are doing anything that is sweaty, if you work out at 2 p.m, you should cleanse your face with the cleanser and not wait until at night to use the cleanser because all the bacteria get clogged up in your face. So that's a tip for you. Always cleanse your face whenever you have a massive sweat or workout. The next thing is the cleanser itself. The main ingredient that you really need to pinpoint and choose is salicylic acid. I know everyone has been talking about these ingredients for acne. It's the most oversaid thing, but I have tried many other cleansers that don't have this ingredient and it actually didn't really help my skin that much because it's just too mild, especially those generic moisturizing cleansers. It doesn't actually solve the issue which salicylic acid can, and that is to penetrate deep into your pores and also to clean up all the dirt. I highly recommend choosing one that has salicylic acid like at the forefront of the ingredients list. Another tip when choosing is you need to avoid the ingredients sodium lauryl sulfate (SLS) or sodium lauryl sulfate (SLES). These two are actually really bad for your skin because they are used in like detergents, and what they do is they actually strip your skin really harshly of all its natural oils and all the good things. And that is why sometimes when you use a cleanser, you know your skin just feels really squeaky and clean. Like you can actually have a squeak when you pull your finger down. Yeah, that is something you need to avoid because of the SLS. Instead, choose ingredients such as these ones over here. They do a really good job, if not even better than SLS, because they foam up also relatively well and they make your skin clean without stripping your skin of its harshness. And instead, your skin feels really soft. Currently right now, I'm using the Babe cleanser, this one right here for acne. And it also has salicylic acid and a substitute for SLS, which I find really good. I think so far this is like my favorite cleanser also right now. So that is the first step of our routine, to choose a cleanser with salicylic acid and no SLS. Let's move on to the next step of the routine, and that is using a toner. I know many people are kind of lazy to use it sometimes, even me. I also feel like it's just too much and you feel like it's making your skin even more oilier. But here's the trick on what kind of toners you should get instead, and that is a hydrating toner with hyaluronic acid. And the keyword here is lightweight. You want to find a toner with hyaluronic acid that is lightweight, literally written in the packaging or label. And that is because if you use those really rich toners like the one with 7 times molecule size of hyaluronic acid, you're gonna get really heavy oil slicks over your face. And you don't want that. So if you get the lightweight one, for example, over here, I've tried before the Hada Labo, which is the lightweight hyaluronic acid lotion. It's really sheer. The moment you apply it on your face, it just evaporates and it does the same job of moisturizing your skin on the inside. So that's the keyword over here, lightweight hyaluronic toners. If you want to stop there, that's also fine. But for me, one way to level it up is to find a hyaluronic lightweight toner with PHA, also known as polyhydroxy acid. And you might have heard this. It's the cousin of AHA and BHA, which is exfoliating acids. And these are really good to help resurface your skin texture and also to clean up the grime and dirt inside your pores. In my opinion, PHA is milder compared to AHA. and this is something that you can use daily compared to AHA. AHA is really potent. I think you only can use it like once or twice a week. For example, I've used the Jumiso Pore Rest Toner over here. It's pretty good. It has a pretty low level of PHA, which is really mild to use like every day. And you won't get a major breakout or like a huge reaction to it because it's really gentle and suitable even for sensitive skin. So that really worked for me. Lightweight hyaluronic acid toner that has PHA is going to be a secret weapon for getting clear skin. The next step, and that is the serums, a very pivotal part of your routine that's going to supercharge your whole experience. Now, you can do without a serum, but I think that when you actually add it on, it accelerates the process of refining your skin and also to treat the problem quicker than without. I recommend two different types of serums that you should use in your routine. Over here, the first one, you need a niacinamide serum, and the second one is a lightening serum. In this case, I've chosen alpha-arbutin. Now, why do you need two different serums? It's because when you have acne or blemish-prone skin or oily skin, you have actually two different problems going on concurrently, which I have noticed, and no one ever talks about this. It's whereby you have an existing current acne or blemish, and at the same time, you have acne that has already subsided, and now it's a mark. So you kind of have two different problems on your face at the same time. And that is where you have these two serums. The niacinamide is actually meant to treat the acne and also to minimize your pore appearance, clear up everything. And at the same time, the alpha-arbutin is meant to lighten up the marks left behind by the previous acne marks. And this is also really good, if not, I would say equivalent to vitamin C. So if you use these two hand in hand, right, you're actually doing two things at once and you're going to speed up the process of having clear skin. One tip when you're choosing the niacinamide serum, make sure you choose the serum that has the word niacinamide 5 to 10% literally on the label itself. Because many times you can actually find serums that have niacinamide buried underneath in like the hundreds of ingredients, so it's not really as potent or high percentage. It won't be as effective. It needs to be like the top of the list of ingredients, prominently 5 to 10%. I think that's a good strength to start or to use like regularly. And sometimes they even come with zinc that's meant to strengthen your skin barrier. I would recommend using the niacinamide serum in the daytime after you use your toner. For the other serum, the alpha-arbutin, the lightening one, I recommend using it at night so that it works its full effect when you go to sleep and when you wake up. Over time, you actually get to see your marks lighten, probably over weeks. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It literally takes weeks for it to lighten up all your pigmentations that has been there because of the acne trauma or also the skin marks. So two things you need: niacinamide serum and also a lightening alpha-arbutin serum. I've actually tried using vitamin C serums before, but to me, I find it a bit tedious because vitamin C serums, they actually have a short lifespan, like just a few months, because they oxidize really fast when exposed to sunlight. And that is why you have to take a lot of care, like putting it in the fridge, make sure it's not exposed or open up. It actually turns into a dark yellow over time, which means I've wasted the whole bottle. So now I have switched to alpha-arbutin and I have seen some pretty good results using it. My recommendation is to use the niacinamide 3 times a week, 3 different nights, and also the alpha-arbutin serum in the morning for 3 different mornings. And I think you're really going to see some accelerated progress for your skin condition. The next step, binding it all together, and that is the moisturizer. Now, many people, including myself, have made the mistake of choosing a really heavy and rich moisturizer, thinking that, the more moisturized my face is, like with really thick ingredients, the better it's going to be. But in fact, it's actually causing your face to get really oily and congested. And that is why for moisturizers, I suggest to choose those with a gel texture. These are really lightweight and they can apply over your face, don't have any tackiness. If not, you can also branch into a gel cream that is a hybrid between the gel and the cream. So it's right in the middle if you want just an extra bit of moisturization. But if you can, stick to the gel. Ingredients wise for the moisturizer, have a look at the label before you buy it and check out for some keywords which may trigger your skin. And that is anything with the word oil. These are all oils or fats, which are actually better for those with dry skin. But if you are having oily acne-prone skin, these are things that you definitely must avoid because they actually trigger your skin to generate more oil instead. In my experience, I have been using some really basic moisturizers, but because of this one ingredient, macadamia seed oil, my face just blew up and it was so congested and shiny And that is something that I've learned to always check in the ingredients list. Do not have any oils at all. Instead, some ingredients in the moisturizer that you should be looking out for are calming and also protecting ingredients such as cica, panthenol, and also ceramides. These three are really good ingredients that actually moisturize your skin better than oils in this case, and at the same time they also soothe your irritated skin and repair your skin barrier. Especially for those with like flare-ups, using cica and ceramides is really important because your skin is like super agitated at that moment. You need something to calm it down, but you don't want it to be too heavy, right? You need something lightweight, and of course ceramide to strengthen your skin barrier that has been broken because of all of the trauma it's been having. So that sums up the moisturizer part of this routine. Choose one that is lightweight and also have panthenol, cica, and ceramides. Next up, I'm going to talk about sunscreen, and this is definitely a must when you go out in the daytime, especially if it's really sunny. In fact, even all year round, you should wear a sunscreen so that your skin doesn't get burned by the UV rays. For me, I have a very hot take on sunscreens, which a lot of people may not agree. But in my journey trying out, morning routines, I have realized that my skin actually is fine without a moisturizer. Meaning, in the mornings, I do my cleanser, I do my toner, and I go straight to sunscreens. I skip out the moisturizer completely because it's just too much for me. The sunscreen alone is enough, especially those sunscreens that nowadays they have moisturizing properties. It's like a 2-in-1, a sunscreen moisturizer. So if you apply it right, it definitely functions as both, and you can save time and skip the moisturizer. A really notable sunscreen with moisturizing properties is the Beauty of Joseon sunscreen. I think this is like blowing up throughout the world because with just one product, it appears really seamless on my skin. Another advice I would give if you're having oily and acne-prone skin is please do not use sunsticks. To me, this is, I think, one of the worst things you can actually use for your skin because sunsticks are really waxy and there's so much silicone in it that when you apply it on your face, it's almost like you're covering it up with more fats and wax, and it's just going to make your skin really congested. And second thing about sunsticks is when you reapply it right every day, the dead skin cells from before are stuck on the sunstick and you're putting it back on your face. Each day you're applying it, dust, dirt, sweat, bacteria, back on your skin every time you reapply. Can you imagine when you reapply the sunstick in midday? If by the midday your face is like really oily and like grimy, you're putting it back on your skin, right? I cannot imagine it, especially if you're wearing makeup. It's gonna be disastrous. You're gonna get really bad breakouts, and that is what happened to me when I tried to use sunstick. I tried it twice and I have never touched it again. So that's the sunscreen part for this routine. To choose one that has a moisturizing property so that you can skip the step, have a really lightweight feeling. The last step of this framework, and that is to have occasional treatments for your skin. The first thing I would suggest is to have the occasional face scrub. Now, many people, again, are also advocating against face scrubs because it's really harsh. It's abrasive, it tears your skin in like micro tears. From my experience with my oily skin, right, I actually need a tangible scrub to really polish and remove the dirt from my skin. And one ingredient in the scrub that I think works pretty okay is actually sugar, like sugar scrubs. Nowadays, some of them are really fine and they actually dissolve really quickly. So you don't have to worry about them, like having the micro tears. The Skin Food Sugar Scrub series is actually pretty good. Like I've tried a few of them and my favorite is the black sugar one and also the honey sugar mask. So that's not really a face scrub, right? But it's a sugar mask. After using it, my skin was so seamless. It was polished. I wake up the next day, really nice and smooth. Clear away all the dead skin cells, the flakiness. I highly suggest using a face scrub once a week. And alternatively, on the other weeks, I also suggest to use a clay mask. Clay masks, especially the ingredients of bentonite and kaolin, these are really good for absorbing all the excess oils from your pores and also just to cleanse everything and detoxify all the toxins that are trapped deep within. Clay mask, I know it's really tedious to wash it off. That's why I only use it like once every 2 weeks because I'm really lazy. Choose one that you really like, but at least have one clay mask on your face every alternate week. When you balance your skin with a face scrub and a clay mask, it's really going to supercharge your skin and also gives you a chance to pamper yourself. Alright, that sums it up. My whole framework you can see right over here on how to plan your skincare routine for oily and acne-prone skin. You can screenshot this table for you guys for your keeping and use this as a guide to choose what products you may be looking for with the specific ingredient for your condition. Again, I've been testing out, trying to find my routine for myself for 15 years. So this is how my skin looks like, at the age of 30, trying out this skincare routine. I'm really content with how my skin has turned out, and it's now become so ingrained in me. It's effortless. I don't have to think so hard the next time. What should I get? What to look for? Which one should I not buy? Using this framework, I know precisely what I should do to always make sure my skin stays smooth and clear. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful for you. Do leave in the comments below if this routine has been effective for you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!